What's going on, guys? I'm Fuller from Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube, and today we want to answer the simple question: is buying the Fuel Mavericks still worth it, even in 2020? If you've been following us for a while, I'm sure that you've seen that the Fuel Maverick has constantly been in the top wheels each and every year since it was released. I think it was like 2016, 2017 maybe, a little while ago. So with wheel styles constantly changing, I was kind of surprised to see that it's actually remained in the top 10 wheels ever since it launched back in whatever it was, 16, 17, something like that. Even in just the last 30 days or so, it's still right up there in the top 10.
Ready? This is a hot one.
And I'm not just making this stuff up. You know, we actually collect all sorts of data to compare wheel trends with size, color, bolt pattern, models, finishes, the list goes on and on. But how can a wheel stay at the top for that long when Fuel doesn't even go to SEMA and we haven't seen any new finishes in the Fuel Maverick lineup in at least a year, and actually probably more. I don't think I ever recall really seeing anything changing with this wheel other than additional sizes that they keep adding and the expansion to the two-piece lineup. Being such a popular wheel, I'm sure that you've seen it before, but the Fuel Maverick was one of the first wheels to really embrace that straight spoke, simple design, and initially we thought that that's why it might kind of die off. You know, it was just too plain almost, but actually kind of had the opposite effect. Despite not having any sort of refresh or styling update or anything like that in the last couple of years, it still is very popular. And I think maybe that's because it was just ahead of its time. Now, I'm not saying if you win the giveaway we're doing right now with Fuel Wheels that you have to pick the Fuel Maverick, because they actually have a ton of other really cool wheels, but the Fuel Maverick is still just one of those top 10. I think primarily there are two more reasons why it hung in there for so long. The first of which being that you can pretty much get it for anything. And what I mean by that is that there is a bolt pattern or size or offset for probably every single truck on the road, and yes, dualies included. They make this wheel as small as 16 by 6.5, and they have all the way up to 24 by 16, but they have a ton of other sizes too, like 26 by 7. So if you wanted to build like a donked out side by side, you could do that. Or they have an 18 by 8 with a really high positive offset, so you can put a set on your Mercedes Sprinter van. Heck, you can even get the Maverick for your grandma's Buick Enclave because they offer it in the right bolt pattern. When it comes to bolt patterns and offsets, I think you get the idea that they make this wheel for literally everything. Now, in the larger sizes that we typically see, you don't have as much of a selection as far as offset goes, but they still have choices. Those choices being finish and the option to go two-piece. So two-piece wheels have a barrel, that's the round part, and a face, that's the flat part, and you actually bolt the two of them together, or we would, you know, we'll just put it all together, mountain balance it, ship it to you, the whole 9 yards. So if we look at just factory finishes in the 20 by 12s, I choose 20 by 12 because I think it's just a good baseline to compare. You can actually get two different black and milled wheels. One's called gloss black, but it's actually gloss black with milled out spokes, so don't get that confused, because then the second one is just called black and milled. It's actually like a satin black with a milled out spoke. So now you know the differences between those two of them. But either way, it's black and milled, one's gloss black, one's satin black. There you have it. On top of that, they also have a fully machined face wheel. In other sizes, you can find fully chrome wheels and full matte black wheels that actually don't have the rivets around the rim, which is interesting because the rest of them do, and a lot of people ask for them to be removed, but it's just one particular finish that doesn't have it. But then you get the two-piece wheels, like I said before. With these, the biggest benefit is the ability to have different finishes on your face and your barrel. Typically, a wheel can't be chrome and black. On a two-piece, you can do that because you can actually separate those parts. So this also means that if you're a DIY guy and you want to change up the color of your wheels with some sort of sprayable plastic coating that I can't say the name of, you can. And it'll look pretty clean because you don't have to worry about tape lines or peeling it off. It's just, you can separate it, paint it, put it back together. So, is the Fuel Maverick still worth it in 2020? I would say yes. I mean, if you really love it, I'm pretty sure you can get it for your truck, your trailer, and whatever else you're hauling on that trailer. And if that's you, or you have a friend who does that, or you're the guy who's about to do that, please send us a picture because we'd love to see it. Peace.